1, 2, 3, 4. Everything apart from her stopped existing. I stopped resisting. I want to stay with you forever. She started laughing. Nobody talks like that. I do. She used to hang her leg over mine under the table in Myers' place, drinking long necks. I like your eyebrows and your voice, like syrup. Like my lyrics sometimes. Keep going, she said. Don't stop now. Everything apart from her stopped existing. I didn't want to be anywhere else in the world. Even New York City felt like an international airport terminal. A friend described it like that once, which made me laugh. All the Apple stores and Trader Joe's and Taco Bells stacked up in a row. I just wanted to be back home with my Hungry Jacks, sitting next to her, playing with her hair. Love will do that. Everything beyond her began collapsing. Roads and mountains dissolved into the ocean like a cataclysm. An end-of-time spectator on a transcendental bender. Words took on new meanings. I started singing songs I didn't know the names of, my fingers tapping on the steering, wheeling and careening through time, untethered. My friend said I looked happy for a change. I rearranged the furniture, bought some new underwear, played some Four Tops records loud, shined my Cubans up, put my shoulders back, like my mum told me to. I abandoned my quest for meaning. My drinking slowed down to a trickle. There was nowhere left to run to. The noise in my head decayed until it became a whisper. Everything apart from us doesn't exist anymore. I want to stay with you forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever. Till our blood is dried. Till all signs of life have departed. Till we're iced over again. Till the Anthropocene has become a distant memory. Till all the cells of our existence return to the atmosphere and become oxygen for some new lovers to breathe. I returned to the park where I walked with my mum. I was 19 and she was 49 or 50. I don't know. It was a long time ago. The cancer had moved to her bones. For those in the know, once it gets in your bones, it's a horror show. We walked slow, defending every minute, trying to defeat the universe, condemning the cosmos. I was ravenous. Our last dance, little pieces of us breaking off till there was nothing left. Memory can be such a bitch. Sometimes it's best to curate it. I looked for my dad too. Is that a bit weird? He's been gone 10 years. I rode my bike around the streets where I grew up, expecting him to appear. I returned to the park. In the park there's a lake. I kept walking until I was walking by myself. This is called Don't Meet Your Heroes. Roland S. Howard said I had a friendly countenance once when we met at the Town Hall Hotel in Errol Street. What a compliment. It's been with me ever since, as though sipping Pernod in a bistro with Baudelaire and Vincent Gallo. Nick Cave stared me down like Hector Salamanca at a PBS Open Day, one hand sipping limonada, the other eating a Bellini, dressed like Paganini, an inky black effigy with a sneer from ear to ear, bearing down upon me like he wanted to kill me. Dexter was a robot who starred in a show from the 80s called Perfect Match. I watched it every night with my family. We thought it was so funny. I lined up with my mum to meet him at the Glen and get a photo with him and the host, Greg Evans. I was so excited. "Hurry up," he swore under his mechanical breath. "These arms aren't painted on, you know." Kubrick was all dark-eyed disdain. He showed some interest, but he gave up halfway. He was smart enough for both of us and then some. You know how the boss of the mafia never has to move much? Like a grizzly bear on barbiturates? He said it's all on the screen. He leaves everything on the field, that we are but momentary microbes whirling through space. And can you pass the carrots, please? I just sat there and stared, struck dumb. He had to ask again. I spoke with David Lynch at an exhibition. He said when ideas come, you have to catch them, like a fisherman, that he eats a simple lunch, a fresh tomato and basil with a drizzle of olive oil, but he doesn't like cooking. That he has to buy a new suit in the morning and pay some bills and sign some papers, and that one day the angels will return, and when you see the one that's meant to help you, you will weep for joy. Some days you felt nothing, less than an empty space, a microscopic speck of irrelevance, an artificial intelligence, a replicant, a conflation of what you could have been and what you became. And nothing you could do could turn it around. You had to tough it out, like a tough guy should. She'll be right, mate. Don't drink tonight. Don't get into a fight. Stay off the drugs. Keep your hands to yourself and all that. Some days were worse. You were consumed with hatred and remorse and dreadful thoughts, sinister intentions of mass extinction and deep state forces rising up. You didn't know who to trust. Bombastic activists inside their Pakenham safe houses, constructing garden beds and pathogens to poison the water and extract revenge. A trip to Bunnings every hour, anything to fill up the weekend and sense of dread. You turned on yourself, the worst person to make an enemy of, the most dangerous person on the planet, somebody who won't stop till everybody's dead, till everything inside and out is annihilated and rendered obsolete. Some days were worse. They wouldn't stop. What did I do to deserve this? Is anyone else across this? Can we take it offline? Where's my blue sky thinking on this one this time? Should I just neuter myself and render my sex sexless? Be content with my sapiosexual spatial awareness? Bleed out in a state of undress? And remind myself that life is a gift. You are a blessing to us. You are destined for greatness. Your first word was chatterbox. Daniel John Brodie, born 1974 in the year of our Lord. Mother's name Ellison, father's name John. In the name of the Father and the Son, etc., etc., etc. I swam oceans and ziplined vast forests. I quad biked and paddled and I air ballooned too, running up mountains in my barefoot shoes, hyperbaric chambers and Sailor Jerry tattoos. Love for a cruel beauty brought me here. I announced to you my feelings of our heart's ascendance, our future together, dissecting heaths and meadows in eastern freeway shadows, my motifs and my themes, the import of my dreams. You stared into the distance, a smile curling on your malevolent lips, your hips pointing in the wrong direction, trying to hold a laugh in. The more you don't want me, the more you ignore me, the more you stand above me, oblivious and sneering, leering from the corner of your mouth. Every time the satellite lights up your silly little squawking box, every picture posted showing you looking so removed. I ache for you, baby. I ache for your damage. I do. I really do. I hung around at the party till everyone was dribbling, announcing their feelings of anxiety and loss. I even started dancing with myself, hoping you would notice. But you were too consumed with yourself. Security looked across. A middle-aged man is the least popular ham in a club, sandwiched between your cousin and your brother. What are you doing here, man? They attacked without warning. I held my own. My fists are flailing, abs sailing in the homicidal light. You didn't see any of this. You were too focused on your solipsistic exquisiteness, your eyebrows drawn on, Anne Savage riding shotgun. Where'd you hide the body, huh? I strutted and spluttered, blood-flecked and broken, staggering hopelessly along the old town road, headed for the tote. One more for the frog and one for the sorry toad. Love for a cruel beauty brought me here.